Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in General Hospital Update 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in. Maxie feels overwhelmed, Michael's fury ignites, and Dante makes a promise. The General Hospital spoilers from Monday, February 23, 2026, focus on an overwhelmed Maxie. Meanwhile, Michael's furious, and Alexis is skeptical. Maxie struggles to adjust after waking from her 6-month coma and returning home. Michael's temper flares as shocking evidence surfaces at the PCPD. Alexis grows skeptical, and Dante makes a promise. Gio and Jocelyn discuss the absent Emma. Too much, too fast. Maxie, Kirsten storms, just woke up from her coma. She has returned home, and her family gathered her up in her arms and welcomed her back. And she reunited with Nathan, Ryan Pavey. She's undoubtedly feeling everything all at once. And she is having to readjust her perspective and figure out a way to somehow fast-forward things in her mind. Her loved ones lived 6 months without her. And she's still stuck in the not-too-distant past. Lulu, Alexa Havens, who discusses the unique challenge of being a part of the Luke Spencer tribute episode, and even Nathan know what she's going through. Maxie is overwhelmed, and we don't blame her. Michael's temper goes boom. Michael's fury always seems to be seething underneath the surface. He never quite unleashes the full force of his darkness, however. But it's there. He knows he's a dad, and he has 2 kids to take care of, especially when their mother is such a hot mess. So he usually keeps himself in check. There have been so many people gunning for him, starting with Drew, Cameron Matheson, and then Willow, Caitlin McMullen. And Chase's insistence that Michael shot Drew can't be helping. And then there he is, sitting in the interrogation room at the PCPD, having to answer questions about whether he is in possession of the key to Drew's house. He knows he doesn't, but suddenly the key is right there on his keychain. And then he hears how Wiley, Viren Weaver, spotted Chase, Josh Swickard, with those keys. Michael doesn't know that Willow planted that key. All he knows is that the cop who lives in the same house with him has it out for him. When you add all of that up, of course, Michael's temper flares. We're wondering how strong it will flare on Monday. The kids are with Willow. He could blow a gasket if he wants. While Michael's busy letting his anger bubble up to the surface, Dante, Dominic Zamprogna, makes a promise. Does he make the promise to Michael, or is this about something or someone else? Skepticism and frank discussion. A lot is happening in Alexis's life right now. Scout, Cosette Abinante, is staying with her. Laura, Jeannie Francis, who was part of Luke's perfect tribute, wants her to finish out Drew's run in Congress. And her visit to Drew was particularly confusing. She felt he was trying to tell her something, but he could only blink his eyes. Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, also knows that Willow is the one who shot Drew twice in the back. So why is she suddenly skeptical? This could be about Alexis finding out that Willow's up for the same job she is. Finally, Gio, Giovanni Mazza, and Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, discuss Emma, Braden Bruner. We haven't seen Emma in a minute. Because her grandmother's mental health is in such a dire state, Emma felt she needed to go home and break the news to her mother. And then maybe they would go visit Anna, Finola Hughes, at the facility in France. Gio wanted to go with her, but she insisted she needed to do this alone. If Gio has to talk to Joss about his girlfriend, maybe he is feeling insecure about his relationship with Emma. Especially if it turns out that he hasn't heard from Emma since she left Port Charles. Is that what's going on here? The drama in Port Charles is heating up, and Maxie Jones' unexpected return to General Hospital is set to send shockwaves through the lives of those around her. Fans have been eagerly awaiting her arrival, and now, as February 23 approaches, it's clear that her comeback is anything but simple. Maxie is back, but she's overwhelmed, torn between family, work, and the tangled web of personal relationships that always seem to follow her. Maxie's emotional return. Maxie's return to Port Charles is bittersweet. After spending time away dealing with personal matters, fans will see her back in the familiar settings of General Hospital, but the moment is fraught with tension. For Maxie, Coming home isn't just about being back at work or seeing old friends, it's about confronting the changes that have taken place while she was gone. From the moment Maxie steps into General Hospital, viewers can expect a flood of emotions. She'll be greeted warmly by some, with hugs and relief at her return, but not everyone is ready to welcome her back without reservation. The weight of past decisions, lingering conflicts, and unresolved romantic entanglements immediately start to surface, making her journey back anything but easy. Family matters take center stage. One of the main sources of Maxie's overwhelm is her family. Her relationships with Spinelli, Peter August, and Brooke Lynn have always been complicated, and her absence only heightened the tension. Spinelli, her longtime friend and occasional romantic interest, Spinelli, is struggling with feelings of guilt for not being there for Maxie during her time away. Their reunion is set to be emotional, with potential for heartfelt conversations that could redefine their bond. Soap fans know that these moments are rarely smooth, and expect some playful banter mixed with genuine concern. Peter August, Peter's lingering presence in Maxie's life is another source of stress. While Maxie has moved on in some ways, unresolved issues with Peter, who always seems to pop up at the most inconvenient times, are bound to complicate her return. February 23 may see tense exchanges that could ignite old flames or reopen old wounds, leaving Maxie in a precarious emotional state. Brooke Lynn, Maxie's interactions with Brooke Lynn are always a mix of friendship and subtle rivalry. Brooke Lynn's own struggles and ambitions at the hospital may intersect with Maxie's return, leading to moments of both conflict and solidarity. Fans can anticipate a powerful reunion scene filled with emotion, laughter, and the occasional sarcastic jab that fans love. Work pressure intensifies. Returning to work at General Hospital brings its own set of challenges. Maxie has always been a dedicated nurse, but the hospital has changed in her absence. Staffing shortages, new administrative protocols, and high-stress cases make her work environment tense. February 23 is expected to show Maxie juggling multiple crises, patients in need, urgent situations that demand her full attention, and colleagues who may or may not welcome her return with open arms. This mix of professional pressure and personal drama is a classic General Hospital setup that will keep viewers on edge. Maxie's overwhelm is palpable, and her vulnerability makes her storyline relatable. Many fans will see themselves in her struggle to balance a demanding career with complicated personal relationships. This makes her return not just a soap opera moment, but a human story of resilience and perseverance. Romantic tensions reignite. No Maxie Jones storyline is complete without a touch of romance, and her return promises plenty. The romantic entanglements that define her life are bound to resurface, creating tension, intrigue, and perhaps even heartbreak. Maxie and Spinelli, their chemistry has always been undeniable, and their recent time apart may have given both a new perspective. Fans can expect emotional exchanges, teasing, and possibly the rekindling of an old flame. Maxie's overwhelm may also push her to make impulsive decisions that complicate their relationship further. Maxie and Peter's presence in Port Charles is a wild card. Maxie's return may force her to confront feelings she thought she had resolved, and viewers should anticipate heated confrontations, lingering tension, and unexpected twists in their storyline. Unexpected new romance. General Hospital is famous for throwing curveballs, and Maxie may find herself drawn to a new character or even a returning face from the past. This could create a love triangle scenario, amplifying her feelings of being overwhelmed while adding drama to the hospital corridors. Friendship and support systems tested. Maxie's return also highlights the importance of her friendships. While romance often takes center stage, her closest friends play a crucial role in helping her navigate her emotional landscape. Dante Falconeri, as a trusted friend and ally, Dante may serve as a stabilizing presence for Maxie. His calm demeanor and dedication to doing what's right could help Maxie regain her footing, although he may also be drawn into her personal turmoil. Brooke Lynn, as mentioned earlier, Brooke Lynn's support will be tested. While their friendship is strong, Maxie's overwhelm and Brooke Lynn's own challenges may create moments of tension that are both relatable and dramatic. Other hospital colleagues. Maxie's colleagues will play a vital role in her adjustment back to hospital life. Their reactions, ranging from relief to skepticism, add depth to her storyline and offer a window into the everyday struggles of working in a high-pressure environment. Maxie's overwhelm, a window into vulnerability. Perhaps the most compelling aspect of Maxie's return is her vulnerability. Unlike some soap characters who seem to glide through life, Maxie is human, and her feelings of being overwhelmed are palpable. She's facing a whirlwind of challenges, family drama, professional pressure, and romantic tension, all at once. This emotional complexity is what draws viewers in. Maxie's struggle resonates because it's authentic. Her overwhelm is not a plot device, it's a reflection of real human experience, which makes her journey back to Port Charles all the more engaging. Soap writers are expected to explore Maxie's vulnerability in multiple dimensions, from emotional breakdowns to moments of triumph. This duality ensures that viewers remain invested in her storyline while also providing opportunities for growth and character development. Fan reactions and speculations. Fans are already buzzing about Maxie's return. Social media forums and fan sites are alive with speculation. Will Maxie confront Peter about past betrayals? Can she rekindle her relationship with Spinelli? How will she handle the pressures of her job while dealing with personal chaos? These questions fuel the excitement and anticipation surrounding February 23rd. Fans are particularly intrigued by how Maxie's emotional state will influence her decisions and relationships in the coming weeks. Possible story arcs post-return. Several story arcs are likely to unfold following Maxie's return. Romantic entanglements. Maxie's love life will undoubtedly take center stage. The interplay between old flames, unresolved feelings, and potential new love interests ensures high-stakes drama for months to come. Family reconciliation. Maxie's relationships with key family members will be tested. Heartfelt conversations, emotional confrontations, and moments of vulnerability may pave the way for reconciliation or deepen existing rifts. Professional challenges. Maxie's return brings her face-to-face with the demanding realities of hospital life. Her ability to navigate crises, manage patient care, and maintain professional relationships will be a focal point of her storyline. Personal growth. Amidst all the drama, Maxie's journey is ultimately about growth. Overcoming overwhelm, finding balance, and asserting her independence are themes that resonate with viewers and add depth to her character. Maxie's emotional roller coaster. One of the defining aspects of Maxie's return is the emotional roller coaster she will experience. From joy to frustration, love to anger, and relief to regret, Maxie's feelings are complex and multifaceted. Joy. Being back in Port Charles and reconnecting with friends and loved ones provides moments of genuine happiness. These scenes will give viewers a sense of hope and remind them why Maxie is such a beloved character. Frustration. Old conflicts and new pressures test Maxie's patience. Whether it's navigating romantic tension or dealing with hospital crises, frustration is inevitable, and it makes her reactions feel real. Love. Romantic connections will spark moments of tenderness, passion, and heartbreak. Maxie's journey through love is never straightforward, which keeps viewers engaged and invested. Regret. Past mistakes and unresolved issues will weigh heavily on Maxie. Facing these regrets is a crucial part of her emotional arc, providing opportunities for character development and redemption. What fans can expect February 23rd? On February 23rd, viewers will witness the beginning of Maxie's reintegration into Port Charles life. Expect high drama, emotional confrontations, and moments of heartwarming connection. Key highlights may include a tearful reunion with Spinelli, filled with laughter, nostalgia, and hints of unresolved feelings. A tense exchange with Peter August, where past betrayals and lingering tension come to the surface. Family dynamics that test Maxie's patience, but ultimately provide opportunities for growth and reconciliation. Workplace challenges that demonstrate Maxie's resilience and dedication to her patients. Moments of self-reflection, where Maxie grapples with feelings of overwhelm and begins charting a path forward. Conclusion. Maxie's return is more than a comeback. Maxie Jones' return to General Hospital is more than just a storyline, it's an exploration of human emotion, resilience, and the complexities of balancing work, love, and family. Her overwhelm is not a weakness, it's a reflection of the very real pressures she faces, making her character relatable and compelling. As February 23 approaches, viewers can look forward to a blend of heartfelt emotion, dramatic confrontations, and the kind of soap opera twists that keep fans coming back day after day. Maxie's journey promises to be a roller coaster, filled with challenges, triumphs, and unforgettable moments. In short, Maxie is back, and while she may be overwhelmed, her return marks the beginning of a new chapter, one that will test her limits, challenge her relationships, and ultimately remind fans why they've loved her for so long. The dim lights of the Corinthos mansion reflected off the polished wooden floors, casting long shadows that seemed to echo the tension lingering in the air. For weeks, Port Charles had been abuzz with whispers about Maxie Jones' sudden disappearance and the mysterious circumstances surrounding her absence. Rumors circulated through the hospital corridors, the town's cafe, and even on social media, painting a picture of a life in turmoil. And now, the moment everyone had been waiting for had arrived. Maxie was back. The first glimpse of her was unassuming. The camera panned across the familiar doorway of the Corinthos mansion, and there she stood, framed in the warm glow of the evening sun. Maxie's hair was slightly disheveled, her eyes heavy with sleepless nights, yet her posture carried the kind of strength only someone who had faced immense emotional storms could muster. The familiar spark that had defined Maxie for years, the laughter, the vulnerability, the unwavering resilience, was still there, but now it was tempered with an undeniable depth. Her return was not just a homecoming, it was a reckoning. Maxie's absence had left a void in the lives of those she loved, and the weight of her secrets was almost palpable. The town had speculated endlessly. Was it about her recent struggles with her health? Had something happened with Peter or Brooke? Or was this all tied to the latest twist in her tumultuous relationship with Nathan? Whatever the truth, Maxie's reappearance promised both closure and chaos. Inside the mansion, the air was thick with anticipation. Nathan West, pacing the living room, was the first to sense her presence. His heart skipped as he heard the soft creak of the front door, the subtle sound that heralded the return of the woman who had been both his anchor and his storm. He turned slowly, unsure whether he was ready for the flood of emotions that would inevitably follow. And then he saw her, Maxie, standing there, hesitant yet determined, a fragile smile attempting to bridge the chasm of weeks gone by. "Maxie," Nathan whispered, his voice a mixture of relief, fear, and longing. The single word carried the weight of countless unspoken questions. She took a tentative step forward, her eyes glistening as she met his gaze. "Nathan." "I'm back," she said softly, but the words were heavy with meaning. The reunion was almost cinematic. Nathan closed the distance between them, enveloping Maxie in an embrace that spoke of relief, regret, and hope all at once. Their connection, strained by absence and unspoken fears, seemed to recalibrate in that moment, reminding everyone watching why Maxie had always been central to the emotional core of Port Charles. But Maxie's return wasn't just about her love story with Nathan. It was about her family, the people who had supported, misunderstood, and sometimes failed her over the years. Carly Corinthos, ever the vigilant matriarch, had been both anxious and resentful. Questions swirled in her mind. Where had Maxie been? Why hadn't she reached out sooner? Could she trust her again? And yet, despite her initial trepidation, the bond between mother and daughter was undeniable. The first confrontation between Maxie and Carly was tense. Words were exchanged, voices raised, and tears threatened to spill more than once. But beneath the surface tension was the undeniable truth: family ties, forged over decades of love and conflict, were not so easily broken. Carly's stern exterior softened as she looked at Maxie, seeing not just her daughter but a woman who had endured far more than anyone realized. Meanwhile, at General Hospital, Maxie's colleagues had been equally affected by her absence. From nurses to doctors, her return sparked a wave of emotions: curiosity, concern, and cautious excitement. The hospital corridors, usually filled with clinical efficiency, buzzed with gossip. Maxie's friends speculated about what she had gone through, while others braced themselves for revelations that could shake the community. One of the most touching moments of her return unfolded when she visited her old workplace. The familiar smell of antiseptic, the hum of medical equipment, and the quiet urgency of hospital life seemed to ground her. Here, in the place where she had spent countless hours caring for others, Maxie found a sense of stability amidst the storm of her personal life. She walked through the halls, receiving warm smiles and tentative hugs, and it became clear that her absence had left an emotional void that only she could fill. But it wasn't just the people of Port Charles who were affected. Maxie herself was changed. She had faced challenges during her absence that had tested her resilience, and while she carried scars, they were a testament to her strength rather than her vulnerability. Scenes depicting her reflection in the mirror, silently grappling with her emotions, provided viewers a glimpse into her inner turmoil. These quiet moments were as powerful as any dramatic confrontation, reminding the audience that Maxie's journey was both external and internal. Her return also brought with it secrets that had remained hidden. Maxie's time away had been shrouded in mystery, and slowly, fragments of her story began to emerge. Late-night conversations with Nathan hinted at emotional battles, difficult decisions, and the burden of protecting loved ones. The tension between revealing too much and shielding those she cared about created a delicate narrative balance, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats.